Okay, so a Turkish newspaper claims to have a source in Mossad that gave them the accurate numbers regarding the war in Ukraine. We don't know if this information is valid. This Turkish newspaper, some people say, I've never heard of this newspaper. What makes that? Why would they have a Mossad source? But they claim they do. Now, I want to share with you what those numbers are. We have this translated over into English. So here it is, Russia and Ukraine. Russian losses in the field. They say that Russia has 418,000 soldiers plus 3.5 million reservists and a growing number of Wagner mercenaries. They have lost 23 planes, 56 helicopters, 200 IHA. I don't even know what those are, guys. I'm sorry. 889 tanks and armored vehicles, 427 artillery systems, 12 air defense systems. Russia has lost 18,480 soldiers. 44,500 that are injured. Now, if you go over and look at Ukraine, Ukraine says that they have, according to the numbers, 734,000 soldiers. So you compare that to Russia's 418,000 soldiers. They have 734,000 soldiers. Plus, they have 100,000 reservists, whereas Russia has 3.5 million. Plus, they claim that there's some NATO officers, soldiers, and mercenaries. They've lost significantly more when you look down those numbers of just aircraft, helicopters, tanks and armored vehicles, artillery systems. But look at their number dead, 157,000 dead and another 234,000 injured. So if they have 157,000 dead and 234,000 injured and their force is 734,000, that's about half that have been taken out of the battle. Either been killed, which is an astonishing number, 157,000, and another 234,000 injured. They claim that they have 17,000, just over 17,000 captive. But let's look at this also, what it says about NATO. It says that there are 234 dead NATO military trainers from the US and UK, 2,458 dead NATO soldiers from Germany, Poland, Lithuania, etc., and 5,360 dead mercenaries. That is outrageous. We're not supposed to have any NATO soldiers there, and they're I mean, look at the number of lives lost already. So some people are saying, well, this is not verified. These numbers are bloated. There's no way that this Turkish website has a link to Mossad. These numbers are just not accurate. But here is a video from, this is Ursula von der Leyen. She is the president of the European Commission, and she did this video about 2 months ago. Now, this is the unedited version. There was another edited version, and you'll see in the video where the edited what was cut from the edited version that was actually posted online. But let's play the whole this is just a little part of her speech, but you can see it here.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine has brought death, devastation, and unspeakable suffering. We all remember the horrors of Bucha. It is estimated that more than 20,000 civilians and more than 100,000 Ukrainian military officers have been killed so far. Russia must pay for its horrific crimes, including for its crime of aggression against a sovereign state.
So that would verify exactly these numbers that Mossad, that this alleged Mossad source has. And I think this is probably some evidence as to why the CIA secretly went over to Ukraine and said it's time to do a deal, because they looked at these numbers and they said this is not working out. NATO going up against Russia is not working out. NATO through Ukraine, and Ukraine attempting to take on the entire battle is not working. And instead, they're just being massacred. So that could have been the impetus for why the CIA secretly went over there and tried to do a deal and said, okay, let's stop the bloodshed. You can have 20% of Ukraine. That would make sense to me. It would be very embarrassing. It's embarrassing if NATO's been supplying Ukraine, training Ukraine, giving them all the intelligence and everything, and still cannot make a dent in this. You know, it still just gets slaughtered. It is embarrassing for NATO. It's embarrassing that they would allow Ukrainian people to be slaughtered like this rather than encourage peace from the very beginning. And if Russia continues its offensive, which it will, it's only going to get worse. And they will ultimately potentially take over the entire country. And if they don't, NATO would have no choice but to send in troops. That's the only alternative at this point. We're running out of Ukrainians. And everybody was right. They are battling this to the very last Ukrainian, and it certainly looks like it. Extremely devastating. But again, unverified reports. We don't know for sure that this is Mossad, but certainly with what Ursula is saying, it looks, and with the CIA secretly going there, it looks likely that these are accurate, devastating numbers.